Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you again with another game of hardcore Minecraft. And like always, I have no idea what we're going to do today. We're just going to look around at the pets and do some inventory management real quick. I know, riveting stuff. I think I want to prepare to go to the Nether, which is probably going to end in me dying. But nope, we'll want the apples. We've just got back from a mine shaft, of course, which is why I have a bunch of just so much redstone. We got into some fights, but we got a bow of power 2 and unbreaking 1 while we were down there, so that's nice. And I need more arrows, but I'm not going to make them because that is what a sucker would do. I'm going to buy them from a merchant, like a smart guy. So to enter the Nether, you need a Nether portal and a fire. I think flint and steel is the way that I've always done it. It's possible there's other ways to do it. I don't think you can use like a torch though. Besides that, I don't want to go in without enough obsidian to make an exit portal, because I have gotten in the past like real lost in the Nether, and I get frustrated whenever I get lost. Whoops. Alright, the other thing that we'll want is fresh armor. Our helm's getting a little ragged, and we're also going to want one piece of gold armor. So I don't know much about the Nether, but I do know that the pigs get really mad if you're not wearing gold. I don't know how ruined this ruin portal is. We might just mine some obsidian from around the outskirts of it. Yeah, so it's pretty ruined, alright. I don't really know how they work. You just have to make an area that's enclosed. I think we could, like, shrink this one down, though, and make a functional one. In the event that I do make a functional one, I'm not going in today. I'm just trying to make it. I don't think anything bad happens to you from merely making one, but I have been wrong so many times before. Alright, so I feel like I'm being stupid. So if I mine the obsidian, it's just going to fall into the lava, and then I'm not going to be able to get it, so I'm going to need to neutralize the lava. But I'm thinking now that if I water it, then it'll become obsidian and I can mine it. Yeah, there we go. Just as planned. But we do want to hold on to the axolotl. And the good news is that it worked. Wonderful. Alright, so now we're going to be able to use this to get enough obsidian. It won't take forever because the diamond pickaxe I'm using has like efficiency 3. I will want to get another pickaxe before I go into the Nether probably. Oh, a thunderstorm. Well, it's time to wake up then, because that means proper danger could be around. Alright, so is it... Right here, there's no thunderstorm. And I hope nothing really bad happens to me because I'm doing this. I've never been struck by lightning before. I imagine it's unpleasant. I need steaks. I don't have any food on me. Okay, so I don't have any food on me and I don't have a bed. But this is alright, because we're right by town, and there's definitely food in one of these chests. Could be boring food, like potatoes or something. And oh no, that villager was a zombie, and the golem killed him. Either that or that villager had said something rude to the golem in the past, and the golem took this opportunity to visit his revenge upon them. It's hard to say. But we're just gonna lay down, solve a couple of these problems. And, alright, yeah, melons and potatoes. It's not much, but it'll do for right now. Not much, it's barely anything. This is the, this just goes to show how healthy eating, while it sounds like a good idea, can be just, like, really time intensive. And it's not a waste of time, but it can feel like one. The relentless ticking of the clock, I hear it, and that means I'm leaving. Alright, here we go. 17 breads. So, we'll also want flint and steel. No flint around. We'll just take a steel, though. And we can find flint, casually. We'll just, dive down into the river or whatever, but there's gotta be, like, better ways to make nether portals. There have to be, but I do not know them. And so I'm gonna do the laborious floating in water method. No, this is worse than I should be doing, because if I'm floating, then I could be, like, losing the bead on, Alright, where's the water source at? Because if you lose the focus on the block for a brief period of time, all of the progress mining it goes away. Oh no. Okay, so obviously I am not very bright. And sometimes it makes cobblestone, but not others? I do not understand. Let me try to understand. So, water and lava make obsidian, but cobblestone sometimes? Probably sources. Yeah, probably sources. So this was obsidian because this was there, and then we got one little block of cobblestone over there because that was where I had already expanded a little bit. We'll test that out on the next nether portal I find, but I imagine that is what it is. That would make sense. And that makes it an appealing explanation to me. We're just going to find a little flint real quick. Shouldn't be too tough. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it doesn't need to be that tall, right? Oh, it's a slab. That's why. Alright, so now that we're in here, we should just be able to spark it. No, it's not big enough. I messed up. Maybe it has to be one further. Alright, so in conclusion, I don't know how to build a nether portal. But I've built one before. This looks like another portal that I've built before. Ow! Okay, in conclusion, I don't know how to build a nether portal. Maybe the crying obsidian is a problem. I thought I had built one with crying obsidian before. Okay. In conclusion, I do know how to build a nether portal, and crying obsidian is not how to do it. So I think, yeah, I'm not ready to go in. I'm gonna go in. I'm not ready to go in, but I'm gonna go in. We're just gonna go in and poke around just a tiny bit. No, I'm not. I don't have enough obsidian to get another portal out. I shouldn't need another portal out. We're not gonna leave very far. We're just gonna poke our head around a little bit. I don't have any gold on. So if there's a bunch of piglin around, we are going to need to be prepared to just like straight up brawl. All right. And we get an achievement. We need to go deeper. There is screaming sounds around us. Zombie piglin here. That's okay. They don't get too mad just by seeing us. It's only other piglin that do. So we're just going to look around. Man, there are a bunch of endermen. That actually I could use to my... Okay, so in conclusion, the grunting is going to be frightening. These endermen, they would be able to get me here, but not here. But I think if we just ignore them, that might be smarter. Can you look at him through a telescope and really make him mad? Yeah. So he's going to get here and get stuck. We absolutely do not want to hit the zombie by accident, though, because then they all want to throw down. They're like a biker gang for real. But right here, we were perfectly safe because endermen are too tall. And we get a nice little warped nylium block. Alright, there's another enderman there. We're going to provoke him also. Excuse me, sir. I am attempting to provoke enderman. So what do you do in the nether, right? You get scared, you hear grunting noises, you get achievements, and ultimately you find out how to beat the game. Alright, so that's either a little pigman or a little... There's so many of them, and it's sort of making me uncomfortable. I want to strike out just a little bit here. We don't want to go so far that I can't see my my portal, though. We're just going to look around a little bit, see if we see any weird structures or frightening ghasts that are going to shoot us with exploding fireballs. Hey, man, you be quiet. I don't like the way he hiccuped at me. So there's nether quartz here. We'll get some samples. And, of course, that is not how to get a sample. That is how to burn one up. And then another huge pop. Okay, so there's a... These are zombies, but that's like the proper piglin one. I thought that might have been buildings, but it looks like just trees. Just a whole lot of these pig people everywhere. And... Okay, let's go, dude. At least they show their aggression by, you know, raising the sword up a little higher. But, so, there's like a couple structures in the nether. One of them's called a fortress, and one of them's like a bastion or something like that. Like the Great Game. But I don't know how to find either of them, or really how to identify them by sight. Except the fortress looks like it's got a bunch of bricks, kind of. And the bastion has eventually like a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. Enderman Brawl. We're going to start this fight too. Because the thing that you get from Enderman is what you need to beat the game eventually. We're just going to start the fight carefully right here. And it's actually pretty nice. It seems like a lot of Endermen spawn here. And of course, if we ignore the explosive sounds of the air... Alright. So many endermen. We're going to provoke all of them because we have a safe round here. And, yeah. You know, if it weren't for the pigmen being around, this would feel like a awesome, like, super safe farming area because it seems like I could just, like, very casually do this, right? They literally can't hit me. I don't need water because they're too tall. And their big, dumb feet keep getting hit. So we're going to telescope this one and then just carefully back up. Oh, yeah. So this is how to fight like a smart person, you know. What's the point of ever learning how to fight fair? Speaking of, alright, so these zombie biker gang ones, if I brawl with them... Can I manipulate them into, like, not being able to strike me? I don't think they have ranged weapons. I won't be, like, stuck in here if they can get in. But can I, like, magma right here? And then, like, so they might be able to strike through there, but alright, let's have a fight. And I can run down there if it gets too weird. Alright, so they're all running at me, but they don't have ranged weapons. Okay. Alright, yeah. Good news, guys. I figured out how the game works. Now, the ones that aren't zombies... The ones that are not zombies do have ranged weapons, but I think all of these zombies don't have ranged weapons, and this guy came from really far away, but this has the effect of clearing out the enemies very nicely. They drop gold nuggets, and now, yeah, we can just... Wow, the efficiency of that pickaxe, not to be understated. So yeah, we'll just... I don't even think we need the magma block. All you need is an enclosed area like this, and then... Yeah, so we could just take a pot shot. Even at this distance, we'd probably be able to provoke all of them. Of course, we would have to hit them first. There we go. And now they're all going to want to throw down. All of them from all around. I'm a genius. No, I'm sure that this is the kind of thing that people figure out very early, but I was just motivated by other considerations. Could they hit me from right here, or do I need like a full block? Yeah, alright, so... If I move even all the way to the front, they can't get me, so they need, like, the diagonal space on one block. They have to run into me. They don't have, like, a striking speed, which is, I mean, amazing. So now, I know I can just come into the Nether anytime I want and set up right here by the entrance. Rather than use the pickaxe, I think I'm just going to sword that down for protection's sake. All right, so yeah, that's... So right here, yeah, we don't want that to be there. So we can do a little zombie piglin farm here. Anytime we want to farm some endermen. Yeah, I need to make this just a little bit taller here. Or rather, further out. So that I can just be a little safer, because that's not going to inhibit the other farm at all. Give them a little spyglass, let them know. Say you won't. Say you won't. All you got are purple eyes, bro. Where'd he go? Well, now I'm scared because I don't know where he is. Ah, he's over there. So yeah, an absolute ton of these idiots spawn just right here. So Alright, there you go. This is how the Nether works, apparently. I'm sure once I actually get to moving around in it, it will be very perilous. But here, in the safety of my little farm setup, I feel good. This zombie... Alright, it's been a while since we fought zombies. I think if the zombie ones don't peg to you immediately, they're not aggro. And that piglin's just mad because I'm not wearing gold. Which, I mean, I get it. Who wants a broke dude to show up? And the fire just sort of spreads through the netherrack here. And there's little gold nuggets everywhere. I think if you get them, that makes the piglins mad too. But, I mean, what does not make those dudes mad, right? Another enderman. We're going to provoke him once we get over here. Come on, dude. I saw you over there. Your little beady eyes. And I thought to myself, why don't we go enderman watching? Yeah, you. Come on, buddy. So I'm also seeing that it would be, like, pretty easy to build one of these not in the nether. If you had a place for endermen. Actually, a lot of these things, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you could just build one of these if you had zombies around, and then you could hit zombies. It wouldn't have to be piglins, but with skeletons, they could shoot you, but if there were skeletons around, you could just, like, dig down a bit. Or, you know, there might be other methods for out in the world, but here, where the mobs are in this area always going to be endermen, or the zombie piglins who act in very predictable ways. It's a little kid piglin down there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and think about ending the video, but I'm just going to walk forward just a little bit here and look out into the distance. Oh, no! Alright, so... in conclusion, somewhere I was looking had an enderman, or that guy was one that I was picking a fight with earlier. But I heard the crispiness and reacted. There's a little magma cube guy down there bouncing around all cute. Some red trees. So none of these places look like they're any objects of interest. But one thing I don't want to do is strike out without plenty of obsidian to make a return portal. Alright, a couple endermen there. And while we could take the fight a fair fight, I'm going to take the fight as a fair fight. Alright, it's just going to be one that we aggro here. And there's no other enemies around. Alright, so, clean. Super clean. I mean, I need to get better at doing these fights anyway, so block, hit. Yeah, so in conclusion, I don't need to be trying to swing multiple times in a row. The mobs either have invincibility frames, or I'm not timing it right. Either way, a bad call. But we're just gonna start a little bar fight here real quick. And after the squealing of the zombies diminishes, we're going to go back to town. But yeah, this is absolutely the thing to do if you need to clear some zombified piglins. I think they're called zombified piglins, and you guys calling them zombie pigmans were just memeing on me. Yes, they are called zombified piglins. I have killed 16 of them, and I have never been killed by them. You know, that's a number that'll only ever get to go up by 1. So, right now I'm pretty happy that I have never been killed by a zombified piglin. The air screeches, and we return home. The nether portal sort of hangs in the air. It's actually kind of cool how we've got it there, I think. But we have now entered into a new era of peril for the village. I need to build a Torii gate. We'll do that in the next episode. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Minecraft where we actually did something different from what I normally do and went into the Nether. But, you know, just figuring some stuff out. We even got an achievement for getting into the Nether at all. And more ender pearls. I don't know how many we have total, but it's not a totally negligible amount. Look at me, I'm not even farming melons anymore. This is what wealth will do to a man. It's like, you hear about, or the example we used whenever I was a child anyways, like, if Bill Gates saw a $100 bill laying on the ground, he wouldn't pick it up because it wouldn't be worth his time. But to me, it's like, you know, if I saw a pumpkin laying by the wayside, I'm so wealthy now that I would just let it stay there. But there we go. A brilliant achievement. When we return, we're going to try for more of it. Slightly more prepared. But let's just finish things off by giving Garuda's seed. Such a good bird. Who's my best pal. And yeah, when we return, we'll try to become more adventurous. We've got a bunch of weird nether type stuff that we don't really need. I think a helmet would be the best thing to make for the armor. It's also the most, fashionable. So before we finish up all the way, I might as well remember that I don't have lapis on me because I left it inside. It's not the same thing as inventory management, but it is similar. And of course, I got a truckload of lapis from my last Lush Cave excursion, so... And we actually have level 30 now, due to all of the experience we got in the Nether, so we're going to be able to get Fire Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3. Both of those could actually be kind of good in the Nether. But we're losing 1 armor point and 3 levels of protection, which is 12% reduction, but that's more important the closer you get to max. But we'll just toss that there. And these as well. The bow will be good. No, we'll burn down these gold items. There's no point in carrying them. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. So, all right. We're going to take a lot more bows and arrows into the Nether next time. We're going to start the next video by breaking this pickaxe on something and then probably getting some emeralds because I don't have enough. I don't think I really need torches in the Nether, but I don't want to have none. And then woods and stuff. We'll deal with all of that when it comes to it. But that's gonna do it for this one. You know, thanks for being here and sharing in my adventures with me. And I hope I'll see you in the next video, where we will attempt to, you know, get a couple more of these advancements knocked out. Because I've gotten into another portal thing now, but I still need to get a lava bucket. I should be able to do that. I have my axolotl bucket here, and I didn't want to dump them in the Nether because I know water doesn't work there. And I was afraid he might get hurt. I can build another bucket. I know how. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. And when we return, you know, the brave exploration of the Nether dimension, and we'll see how that goes. Could go anyway.